Hi, friends. This Sunday in the church year is called Good Shepherd Sunday, where Jesus teaches us using something like a parable. Jesus talks about how the sheep, or us, recognize and follow the shepherd's, or Jesus, voice, and not that of a stranger, or maybe somebody who doesn't have our best interests at heart. I felt this text and the way that we're going to dissect it incredibly relevant for our teenagers and young adults and the competing voices and trends that vie for their attention every day. Let's read this text together. So everybody pause the video and go and grab your Bibles. Okay, do you have them? Now let's open to John chapter 10, verses 1 through 10. As we read together, I encourage you to watch for, or maybe even underline, all of the words or phrases that talk about hearing or listening. Sometimes having something to look for helps me to focus my mind and keeps it from getting overwhelmed. Let's dive in. Very truly, I tell you, anyone who does not enter the sheepfold by the gate, but climbs in by another way, is a thief and a bandit. The one who enters by the gate is the shepherd of the sheep. The gatekeeper opens the gate for him, and the sheep hear his voice. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. When he has brought out all his own, he goes ahead of them, and the sheep follow him because they know his voice. They will not follow a stranger, but they will run from him because they do not know the voice of strangers. Jesus used this figure of speech with them, but they did not understand what he was saying to them. So again, Jesus said to them, "Very truly, I tell you, I am the gate for the sheep. All who came before me are thieves and bandits, but the sheep did not listen to them. I am the gate. Whoever enters by me will be saved, and will come in and go out and find pasture. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly." Now I have a couple things I'd love for you to discuss as families. I'll rest between each one so you have time to pause the video, think, discuss, and pick it back up again. Now I've asked the youth this question before, but first I'd like you to talk about the difference between hearing and listening. Is there a difference between the two? If so, what is it? Now, I'd like you to think about the voice or voices you hear the most. Whose voice or which voices do you listen to or let guide you the most? What about them or their voices make you trust them? When have you recognized you might have been listening to or following a voice that you probably shouldn't have? Now, parents, I'm going to put you on the spot for a second. I want you to think back to when you were your children's age. Who or what were the voices that you listened to, followed, and trusted when you were their age? grandparents, whose voices did you find yourself following that you learned you shouldn't? Was it a hard lesson to learn? I pray that this can spark some honest and transparent discussion among you and your families. As always, my heart and my prayers are with each of you. See you next week.